welcome back to my channel. I am the Honey Bat if this is your first time finding me. Today we have one of the Barbie holiday releases. This is Sisters Baking Fun, but as you'll notice, there's only one sister in the pack, so I chose to pick up a little something extra. These are two dolls from the Chelsea line. These also look to be only holiday releases. And these are the only two that I could find. We have one dressed up like a little gingerbread girl, and the other one dressed head to toe in snowflakes and stars. Let's go ahead and get these two out of their packaging and open up our playset. The first thing that we're going to take a look at is the Chelsea doll that's dressed up like a little gingerbread cookie. So as we can see, she has straight blonde hair that goes down to about her knees. She has this little removable headband with a little red hat on the top. This is a plastic leotard that does not come off, as you guys can see, but the skirt actually does if you choose to change them. It's printed all the way around. I don't see any defects or any strings hanging out, so that's always really great. She's wearing a little red plastic leggings. And the shoes are removable, although they are a little bit difficult to take off and put back on. That may go away with a little bit of play, though. Our second Chelsea-sized doll is going to be this one here. She is dressed up like a little snowflake princess. There is a removable headband on her head with a little white star. She has the same plastic kind of shirt with the removable skirt. This one is sparkly and silvery all the way around with a little ruffle. Her leggings are painted blue to match her top, and she has little removable silver sandal shoes with some little details around the bottom. She has mostly straight hair all the way down to the back of her knees and bright green eyes. And together they look super cute and ready for the holidays. One quick thing I wanted to mention is because there's no tape holding our dolls or our accessories onto the actual background piece, if you wanted to turn that into a doll room, it would be really easy to add a floor or open up the sides and create an entire back wall. And that way you could actually play with it before you put it in the recycle bin. Here's the doll that came included in our playset. I believe this sister's name is Stacy, but if I'm wrong, go ahead and leave me that down in the comments. So she has golden blonde hair down to about her waist. This arm is molded into an L shape, and this one is molded straight. They only move at the shoulders. She comes with a shirt and apron combo. These are connected here at the bottom. The pants are separate. And she has removable neon pink winter boots. In her hand, we found our first accessory. This is a little rolling pin, a matching mixing bowl with a tiny pink spatula, one pie, one plate of Christmas cookies, and one transparent pink measuring cup. Looking at the bottom of our accessories, they do not have the little circles that make them super compatible with the dream house. However, none of them are top heavy and they all stand up perfectly fine on their own on a flat surface. The last accessory that we get in the pack is my favorite. This is a little flexible oven mitt. It actually fits over our doll's hands, just like that. It also fits nicely on the smaller dolls, as well as the full-sized adult Barbies too. The only thing to note is that because of the way that it is molded, this will only fit on the doll's right hand, so I would have loved to see a set of these, since usually they come in a set of two anyway. The last thing that's included in the playset is the actual furniture. So we have the oven and countertop combo, as well as our giant chair that puts even the littlest of sisters right up there in the action. The chair itself is a basic white and pink design with the little Barbie logo there on the back of the chair and details on the front to help make the whole thing more stable. We're going to be taking a look at this one in pieces because there's a lot to see. So up here at the top you have the little see-through window, and then it has two hooks here to help hang your accessories. We have a spatula and our measuring cup. We have a countertop with the Barbie head logo here, as well as the name, and this is a collapsible countertop, so you just pick that up, the little piece falls, and now you can close it down. Here's a look at it from the side. So to put it back up, you're going to lift this, and then match this little rectangle piece to that little rectangle, and stand it up. We're going to leave it down for now and take a look at our oven. Up at the top, you can see that we have three knobs, two white ones on the side and a green one in the middle. Now these don't make noise or move, but they do look really cool. We have the little logo here on both sides. And then we have the door, also with her head on it, that opens, revealing the inside of our oven with little grates here at the bottom. The last thing for us to notice is the little door underneath the oven that opens and actually serves as a storing spot for our mixing bowl or the accessories that you're not using at the moment. Overall, I really like this playset. If I could change a few things, I would definitely include a second oven mitt, as well as making the little counter a little bit more sturdy or making it not collapsible. But because sweets aren't the only thing you can make in the kitchen, I thought it'd be really great to make some play extenders that revolve around the other sides of cooking. The first thing we're going to need to make our cookie sheets is a little square of cardboard that fits inside of the oven. And as it turns out, the front of a miniature Nerds box is the perfect size. We're going to go ahead and cover this with some aluminum foil. It doesn't need to be perfect. No baking pans ever are. Make sure that you're helping your baby bats at this stage. Depending on the strength of the aluminum foil you're using, it can create some sharp edges. Luckily, this is pretty thin, that's why it's so wrinkly, so it's not going to cut any little fingers. For the first cookie sheet, I've decided that I'm going to be making chocolate chip cookies, so I cut these little circles out of some craft foam, and we're going to glue them all into place. And now they kind of look like biscuits, but I want these to be chocolate chip cookies, so I'm actually going to take a fine permanent marker and dot some little chocolate chips all over the top. You could also do swirls if you wanted to make cinnamon rolls or add colored dots for sprinkles. Now, because this cookie sheet has two sides, we're actually going to be adding things to the back as well. So I found these puffy stickers. These are from Amy Tangerine. And it turns out that we have little donuts all over this sticker sheet. So we're actually going to be creating some puffy sticker donuts on the other side. And because the aluminum foil is kind of slippery, you can actually peel these off and replace them as often as you'd like. And don't worry if you can't find food-shaped puffy stickers, because customized sugar cookies are awesome and they're really popular right now. So you could pretend that any puffy sticker or any regular sticker you want is a sugar cookie. So we have our oven. Here's our chocolate chip cookies with our donuts on the bottom, and we're gonna go ahead and slide them in and let them bake. Using this same method, I decided to make another double-sided cookie tray, where here we have some baked or unbaked sugar cookies. And on the other side, we have them already decorated. So we can pop them in to cook them, take them out, and decorate them in a snap. All I used to make these was a shaped hole punch with some tan paper. And on this side, I did the exact same thing, except I took acrylic paint to make the red icing and sprinkled a little bit of salt to look like sugar but not bring ants into the house. While holiday sweets and treats are fantastic, I decided that we could use the oven to make other things. So we've tried to think of ways that we could create our favorite holiday dishes, but for Barbies. The first thing that we came up with was some green bean casserole. So we took a bottle cap, we added in some green perler beads to represent the green beans, and glued them in with some clear glue, which kind of makes it look like a real green bean casserole. If we did this one again, I think I would actually cut the little perler beads. This is an adult-only job. You'll need to use an X-Acto knife or a very sharp, thin pair of scissors. Inspired by using the perler beads to create the green bean casserole, we decided to make some sweet potatoes with a marshmallow finish. So we took another bottle cap, put glue in the bottom, and this time we faced them all up so that they look like little circles of yams sticking up. Now to add the marshmallow on top, we're going to be using some dimensional paint. These are Nouveau Crystal drops, but you can use fabric paint or puffy paint as well. This is just what I had lying around in my craft room. So we're going to take this and we're going to go all over the top. For some super puffy marshmallows. After this dries, I may go in later and add little bits of brown permanent marker to the top to make the marshmallows look toasted. But for now, that looks good to me. I said that and then I changed my mind. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to create little peaks by barely touching the top of the paint and lifting up, and that way I know what to color whenever I go in with the brown marker, because the tips will be toasted the most. The first thing I'm going to need for the meatloaf is to create a pan. So I've taken this empty candy box and I've drawn a line of how deep I want it to be, and now I'm going to cut that out. And now that I've got it cut down, I'm going to cover it entirely with aluminum foil. You could also use paper or just paint it, but I really like the metal look. The next thing that you're going to need is a piece of brown foam or felt, the width of your box, and stacked enough to where it will fill it up. This one is already cut to size, so I'm just going to push it down into the box. And then you can top however your family tops meatloafs. We usually do ketchup. And now that I'm looking at it, this kind of looks like a chocolate cake too, so it might be fun to frost it. You could even write a specific person's name on the top. But since mine is meatloaf, ketchup it is. I had a ton of fun making these miniatures for our playset and challenge you and your baby bats to use materials you have around the house to extend your play and create your own family favorites. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and until next time, I'll see you later. Bye for now.